They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Boxtalk. As part of the huge undercard on November the 29th, we got Frankie Gavin versus Bradley Skeete. One guy's on the comeback, the other guy's on the come up. Ade, tell us about this fight.
Firstly, for a fight that's probably going to be number 3rd on the undercard,
it's a very good fight.
It's a bloody good fight. It's a fight that can easily do it top of card itself. Look, I went to the press conference. Slight boo-hoo. People are going to say, well, you didn't. I was there. I just didn't press record when I was interviewing people. So I got no footage, guys. Look, one thing that was clear at the press conference, and Gavin doesn't want this fight. Not because Gavin's in any way inferior or scared of Skeete, because he clearly isn't. I think he just thinks he's levels. And when I say levels, I mean levels above. At the press conference, he said a couple of times, or when I asked him a couple of questions, he said he doesn't even think Skeete's the second best in Britain. Forget Amir Khan and Kell Brook. Gavin thinks he's the best in Britain, if that makes any sense. They're on a world level. He doesn't think Skeete's even the second best in Britain. So I think he thinks he's going to run through Skeete, and he might very well. No,
Gavin has that right to be there. You've got to take into account his huge amateur background.
Yeah.
You've got to account who he's fought as a professional and the level he's fought at.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, Bradley Skeete is a very good fighter and looks great.
Yeah.
But his level of opposition has not been the best.
Yeah.
He's been fighting guys that you could say he's supposed to beat.
Yeah.
But the difference in this fight is that those type of fights make a fighter.
Yeah.
All fighters have that road coming up. What you're looking for is the progression within those levels. And say within the past year, 18 months, the levels of Bradley Skeete has grown from here to up here now.
100% agree. Look, Skeete was asked a year ago, not even that, 9 months ago, do you want a Gavin fight? No, I'm not ready for it. Very honest, and that's what I like about Skeete. Very honest, I'm not ready for it, I need a few more fights. Yeah. This will be his 5th fight this year, which is very rare for anyone coming up nowadays. So in 2014, so far, 4 fights. The one thing on those 4 fights, 3 KOs.
That's what I would say. He had scoring stoppages.
Yeah.
I saw Bradley Skeete maybe a month ago, 6 weeks ago. Not at your call, over at Shelly Show.
Yeah.
And we had a little chat, watched him do some shadow work, some bad work, and moving around. He's very, very sharp and very, very confident. Yeah. The fighter that was not too sure of himself, like you said, 9 months ago, a year ago, 18 months ago, is not the same fighter now. Very smooth, very fluid, very confident. And another thing people don't realise, very tall at the weight as well.
Yeah.
He's coming to this fight thinking, guess what? This is my chance to shine. You don't make levels up. You don't go into fights without stepping forward. So what Gavin might feel he's stepping back, the guy he's fighting is looking at him as a stepping stone.
No, fantastic point. A great point you made about his height, reach, range, everything. Skeete's probably about 6 foot, which for a guy at 147 pounds is rare. I mean, we're talking Cintra and Paul Williams. That's about it. Do you know what I mean? You don't really get them kind of ranging. He's now starting to know he's got power. Yeah. You can't outbox Gavin. Gavin's an amateur world champion. You've got to have something to deter him. Yeah. I thought this fight was... you asked me about this fight 12 months ago, I'd say done deal, it's done, no chance. He's now got little power that could probably deter Gavin. We don't know where Gavin's head is. Yes, Gavin had a comeback fight last week, which is very random.
The second round stoppage.
Yeah, and he fought a guy, believe it or not, 6 foot.
Yeah.
Smart. He's trying to obviously prepare for someone the same height. So Gavin's mind is set on this as well.
Yeah, the thing about Frankie Gavin is that I've mentioned this previously before, and I like Frankie Gavin. I think he's a very good fighter. But I always mention about the old nickname Fun Time and the way he was going through his career, early in his career. Yes, he's changed. Yes, he's matured as a fighter. But those things here, where as much as he's developed well, those are the things where you've made errors before and then you have to make up for it now. He's at a stage now, whereas he's fighting the type of guys and even the guys that are like Skeete are coming up, so are gonna try to test him, are gonna try to push him. Yeah. He now has no room for error. Yeah. And once you're in that no room for error, you've got to be on point in every fight.
100%.
The thing I'm scared of with Frankie Gavin in this fight, and this is it's a thing that I always see in fighters, when fighters think they're too far or too good. I remember when what's his name? Michael Sprott. When Michael Sprott was a British champion and he was going to fight Max Skelton. And he said Max Skelton ain't classy, ain't been through this, I'm too good for him. So Sky was saying it's an easy fight for him. What happened? Skelton stopped him, I think it was the 11th or 12th round. Correct me if I'm wrong. When you feel you're so much better than the other guy, you keep forgetting this guy's a professional fighter just like you. He's hungry just like you. So yes, he ain't reached there yet, but he wants to go there.
Sometimes though, boxing, and we're going to contradict ourselves here, I'm going to contradict myself because of the Saunders Eubank, and you know why. Sometimes boxing's about levels. Yeah. As good as Skeete is, and I think Skeete is a good fighter by the way, sometimes I think it's about levels. I at the time, and I have to apologise to Frankie Gavin, when he announced he was going to fight Bundu, I didn't really think Bundu was that good a fighter. Yeah. I changed my mind completely. Bundu is a fringe world level fighter. Gavin might have got knocked down in that fight, but I thought that fight was very, very close. So that tells me Gavin is fringe, not world level yet, but fringe world level, top 20, I think, in the welterweight division. And I just think that his level, although he has been beaten, I think his level is above Skeete's. And I don't know if Skeete's even European level yet, when I think Gavin clearly is. The only problem I have sometimes is when you are world level, i.e. Carl Froch, George Groves, and you take a step back sometimes, there's a lot of kids hungry when you take that step back. And I think Skeete is hungry.
I think this is one of the fights there where, yes, Frankie Gavin should be confident. Yes, he should be the man that feels he's in the better position. But he cannot sleep on the underdog. Yeah. He's got to look at the position he's in and think, well, this is what this guy wants to do. This guy's not in to play games. Yeah. And that's what it comes down to. You're coming up a loss, so yes, psychologically you might have certain doubts, you might have certain things. If you don't capitalise early on, Gavin, Skeete could put pressure on you and make you feel that you are not in that situation. However, as much as I'm saying that, I think this is Frankie Gavin's fight to win.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Look, one thing I saw about Frankie Gavin when I saw him, I thought, and I commented to someone that was at the press conference, I said, geez, he's a big 147. Yeah. Honestly, he is a big 147. All that problem they said about him with the weight before, I kind of get it now. I saw him and I was like, Jesus, this guy's a big 147. He had a fight a couple of weeks ago. He's taking this serious. That was a fight maybe to get the Bundu rust off. So normally you kind of say, how are they going to affect after the Bundu performance? He's now got that rust off. Skeete's a fantastic fighter. He's just that for me. Even though he's knocked out his last few opponents, he should have when you look at their records. I don't know if he can outbox Gavin. I don't think he's got the power to stop Gavin or halt him either.
I'm just concerned. I understand that. I think for Skeete that it's not that it's a step too far. Yeah. It's just he should have had one more at a slightly higher level to see before where he's
a Denton Vassell type person.
See, the thing about Frankie Gavin as well. As much as everyone Frankie has got all these accolades as well, and I'm trying to say they always have that mental aspect as well. They always say in boxing, you're only as good as your last fight. That's what everyone knows about boxing. So him having that little 2-round knockout, he said, guess what? I knocked my last opponent out. Guess what? That knockout loss was before. That's in the past now. So that's a psychological aspect as well, which is good for him. So I think going to this fight, he's going to be feeling fresh, feeling confident, and he's going to try to look impressive.
I think everyone's got the advantage of the Carl Froch George Groves scenario, where Carl Froch thought he was the man, and right he was, and George Groves was this guy. Who are you? I'm going to knock you. And everyone saw what happened. He got humbled. I think everyone's looking at that thinking, I'm not sleeping on nobody anymore. And because of that, I expect Gavin to win. A prediction.
I'm going for Gavin to win as well. I think it would more likely be a points decision. It's a very good fight on paper. I think it's going to be a fight where both will be tested at certain times for certain reasons, i.e. breaking the range and distance of Skeete for Frankie Gavin, and Frankie Gavin saying, look, this guy's coming to win, I've got to break his will. But I think it'll be a good fight, but I'm going for Frankie Gavin on points.
If Frankie Gavin does win, where does he go? I mean, are we talking about him fighting someone like a Josito Lopez? Is he ready for someone like that yet, or is it too early still?
See, this is what I'm trying to say, where I say you've got to look at the whole bigger picture. Whereas, yes, if he beats Bradley Skeete, it's a very good win. But again, it's a domestic level win. It's not a European win. It's not a world-class win. So you've got to look at it and be honest to where it stands right now in the sport. I reckon if he wins that fight, get another good European level fighter, and then move into the world stage. That's it. Once you rush and you go forward, you can't go backwards.
Yeah, I'm with Ryan. The only difference to me is I think Gavin could get the stoppage here. Skeete's a fantastic boxer. The only problem for a boxer is when you come up against a guy that is also a fantastic boxer. Gavin's one of Britain's sort of best amateurs. He's got one of the best amateur records for any Briton, winning a silver, I think, world championship medal. So he can box if he wants to. And I think he's got a bit of power seeing the size of him as well. So I'm going for a Gavin stoppage. If Gavin does win, hopefully, I think he's 27, 28 now. He does need to take that step to fringe world-class level. There's a lot of guys out there that are fringe level. And hopefully he gets one of those big fights.
Just want to touch on that point after this. Bundu is now going to fight Furman. So that's what I'm trying to... You see my point, the level where even if it was a close fight, he took that mid-depth step, he's got respect, so he's kind of gone forward now to that, you know, even though we rate Furman high, in theory, he's a top 10, top 9, 10, maybe 11 welterweight. So you've got to look at that type of positioning. And I said, if it was a close fight, Gavin lost that fight, so you've got to count him a fraction behind that.
No, I agree. Look, guys, what do you think? As Ryan kind of said in the beginning, you've got a guy that really is kind of on the way up again in terms of Skeete, and you're a guy that's slightly gone down a bit because of the loss to Bundu. Both of them are kind of meeting in that kind of scenario again. Who wins? Bradley Skeete, Frankie Gavin, fantastic card at the XL. We'll be there. Leave your comments below. Email us at
boxtalk@hotmail.co.uk, and don't get to follow us on Twitter at boxtalkuk.
Also, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Check out our subscriber numbers. They are growing. Also, I forgot to mention this. Check out boxingmediauk.com, I think it is. I promise I'll give them a shout out. There you go, shout out. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching another edition of Boxtalk.